Hi friends, excited to take you with me on a together run, first one in a while. I am capped at 6 miles, so we'll be doing no more than that. Trying to think of where I should go. I think I'm just going to take you on where I've been going, so it's going to definitely be more trafficy, but it's flat for my Achilles, so it's what it is. Right, I want you to find some element of nature to ground yourself with to start. I'm going to just touch these leaves, I don't know, crispy and brown as fall is coming. Are we ready to begin? In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. And it feels good to be taking you on a run. I am very minimal. Well, I guess I say that, but it's not too minimal with what I'm doing right now. Every other day, 6 miles. That's it. And feels like nothing. I feel like I can feel my fitness just fading away, but I also don't know how much of that is just being aware, not having run like this in quite a long time. Definitely not. When Chloe was born, that was probably the last time, but even so, I was building up through that pretty quick. And so being stationary around this is interesting and challenging, but also feel good to be back out here. I want to start by saying, if you are listening to this on the week that it comes out, if you are going to be in Chicago for Chicago Marathon weekend, please go send me an email or sign up for the Running For Real newsletter. If you're listening to this on Monday, try and do it before the 3:35 email, Eastern time email. The email goes out because I'm going to give you details. I'm trying to figure out where, but I will be at the Tracksmith Shakeout on Saturday morning. I'm going to go right there from the Abbott Dash 5K, which I will be working. So if you are running it, look out for me by the Hiccup Cup aid station, which is reusable cups, is what Hiccup does. They're amazing, and I'll be hanging out there. But then I'm going to go right over to the Tracksmith Shakeout. So if you're going to be in Chicago, go there. I'd also love to see you somewhere else. And I'm trying to plan something for like maybe a Friday evening, but I haven't got specific details planned yet as I record this, so that's why I would love if you would sign up for the email, send me an email, so I can keep you in the loop with what the plans are. But I'd love to see you at the Tracksmith Shakeout one way or the other. Okay, we are going to go into our usual sections of the Together Run. Again, I apologise, this is going to be a bit louder of a run than it usually is. But I am keeping my run as flat as possible. I also went out with my family this morning, and so I'm running at 1 p.m. So it's definitely kind of peak time for people being out. Although maybe not, because I don't know about for you, but for us it's very hot right now still. And so I don't know how much exercise or how much people are going to be outside. Okay, but we are going to do a body scan. And so let's begin with 2 deeper breaths as you can take them. So take those at your own pace, 2 deep breaths. And let's begin. I'm going to work my way down, cooling out the various areas. I want you to just be present in those areas and just see where your attention goes. Ready? Starting at the top of your head, working your way down, checking in with your eyes, making sure they're not scrunched or squinting, nice and relaxed. as you work your way down into your nose and check around the back of your head. As you come back to the front, you check in with your mouth and jaw. How's everything feeling? Make sure there's no tension there. Nice and relaxed. As you continue on down into the shoulders, upper shoulders, going on down into the upper arms, around the elbow, into the forearms and wrist, checking in with your hands, fingers, again not holding any tension there, nice and relaxed. Coming back to the main part of the torso as you check in with your chest and your upper back. Continue going down to your lower back, around to your stomach. So you go all through the hips and pelvis. Continuing on down into your quads, hamstrings around the back. And down into the back of your knee and the front of your knee. Continuing on down into your calf and shin. As you check in with your inner ankle and your outer ankle. As we go down into the heel. Checking in with the arch of your foot. Top of your foot. And into the ball of your foot. And to your toes. How's everything feeling? Well done for checking in. In just a minute, we're going to go on to our senses check-in. Checking in with our 5 primary senses. Okay. What do you smell? Smell like pine smell. What do you taste? I taste the 2 before that I had about half an hour ago. Love that taste of blackcurrant. So I'm quite happy with that. Remnants of that in my mouth. And by the way, with that, the coupon code for 30% off with code TINA is going to run out soon. So make sure you go use that code TINA. And remember, 2 before is that pre-run, pre-workout performance enhancer. It's just going to make you feel better, support your immunity, help your body recover quicker. Black currants are just like such a amazing fruit, and they taste good too. So remember to click that link if you've been thinking about it, because the code's going to run out soon. Okay, we did smell, we did taste. Next, if you would like to, you're going to take your headphones out and you're going to listen to your surroundings for 30 to 45 seconds. If you prefer to not take your headphones out, you can listen to my surroundings and check in that way. But let's go ahead. What do you hear? seconds. Okay. What did I hear? I heard cars rolling, heard my breathing, heard the sound of the pine needles below me. Turn around here. There's some crunching of acorns. Just trying to navigate my way here. Really? Thanks, truck. Truck just got really close to me just to prove a point, even though I can literally see the bike lane from where I am. And you know those bike lanes where they just end and you're like still on the same road? It's like, where do you want me to go? And not like a bike lane within a road lane, but like literally a road width or car width bike lane just disappears. Those people, I try to remind myself that like they're doing that because they're, you know, projecting some unhappiness they feel within themselves, with their own lives, with their own something or other. It's actually like nothing to do with me, even though I'm obviously, me being on the road is what annoyed them. By the way, there is no sidewalk, so can't get on that either. Okay, coming back. So, next thing I want you to do is to be in your body in terms of touch, tactile, just paying attention to how your body is feeling, where your attention is. Is it jumping around from one place to the next within your body? Or is it kind of stuck in one place that is drawing your attention right now? So I want you to go ahead and just think about, reflect on, pay attention to, what do you feel? And try not to have a story with it. It's not, well, this is doing this because of this. Just be aware of it. Let it be. A few more seconds. Okay, thank you for checking in. What is it you are feeling? Where is your attention being drawn? For me, there's always some level right now of awareness around my Achilles, but also I was feeling the kind of greasiness of the sunscreen with the sweat together. My phone touching my little finger, and just the warm air going into my lungs. Okay, and finally we are going on to our sense of vision, sight. So I want you to take the next minute and look around your surroundings. Again, follow your eyes where your attention goes. But as always, if try to find something that you haven't noticed before, to take in the details of that, whatever it is, as if you were never going to see it again. And this was your one chance to take it in. So let's go ahead and do that now. Seconds. Okay. What did you see? For me, this is actually a bit challenging today because this, where I'm running right now, is where I walk my girls to school. Probably I've done it hundreds of times. Not a very long stretch. And so I really do, because they walk so slow, I really do pay attention to this area, the nature, and like really taking in what I'm seeing and trying to point out things to them. So actually struggled to find something, but I did see, or really tried to take in, there are these big leaves at one of these houses, some kind of plant. The leaves are like probably 2 feet big, 2 feet high, the leaves, and they're like little heart shapes. And I noticed today they have like ridges as their lines. They're kind of not uniform, and the colours not the same throughout, kind of different pale and greens and yellows, and yeah, so I took that in more than I even normally do. Alright, so we've done our senses checking, we have done our body scan. So next thing, my friends, is to do your mental health check-in. And so I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to just take time to answer it yourself, even if you would never tell me it if we were running in person, but just to reflect within yourself and check in with yourself. And then I will do the same afterwards. Okay, ready? How are you? Really? Distracted, gently bring yourself back. fine in a few seconds. Okay. Thank you for reflecting. Thank you for taking time to slow down and check in with yourself. It's important to do. And I'm going to do the same. Okay. How am I? Really? Mostly good. I do feel bummed about my injury, about, yes, I'm losing fitness, and does that hit my ego a little bit? Yeah. But it's more just the kind of not knowing if what we're doing is kind of futile. Almost everyone I know who has this injury, Haglund's deformity, ends up at some point getting the surgery, and the friends who have had it, who are running at a high level, have all tried to say, I tried to be the one to find the odds, I tried to be the one who didn't get surgery, but in the end I did, and I wish I'd done it sooner. And so that voice is just like in my head, I wish I'd done it sooner. And so while I trust the experts that I trust, Dr. Brennan Donahue, Dr. Tom Michaud, and my strength coach, there's still that voice that's like, is this gonna be worth it? And we don't know that. They don't know that, but we agree. And I definitely want to avoid that surgery at all costs. Well, almost at all costs. Because it's a nasty surgery. And with anything like that, there's no guarantees. So it's just kind of there, as a lingering, frustration with being injured. That is creepy as hell. That is very creepy. That might be the most creepy Halloween thing I've ever seen. It looks like a human zombie. It's moving like a zombie. It apparently started because I came within 50 meters of it. Or maybe there's someone pushing a button, I don't know. Either way, if I was running down here in the middle of the night, that would freak me out. Go back to what I was saying. So that's just kind of on top of the frustration, I guess there's the fear of what if we're wrong, So that's there. But beyond that, things are good. They really are. I'm very grateful, very introspective and reflective this time of year as I prepare to head to Chicago in a few days. I'll have that time on the train to reflect. But just thinking about how much has changed in a year, how fortunate I've been, how lucky I am to know the people I do who wanted to introduce me to other people and connect me to other people and offer me opportunities. So much has changed in a year, and I'm just so grateful for that right now. And so my parents are visiting, which has been nice to have them, and good to, take chunks of time where I just spend the day with them. And yeah, just generally things are good. So I'm feeling good. I will say I'm resting more, I'm letting myself sleep in. So generally things are going well. It's just, that like kind of over my shoulder thing of my Achilles. Because if I can get my Achilles to fully calm down, it takes the pressure off the Haglunds, which will then mean that calms down. Never goes away, but calms down. So that's the one thing that's just kind of like hanging over me, because at the end of the day, I need to be running, right? Well, not necessarily with the sustainability stuff, but the rest of it. And for example, you take our amazing sponsor Precision, and Precision has been so incredibly supportive of me. They make these incredible gels, chews. I really actually miss taking them because I actually enjoy them. They go down easily, they taste good. I miss being on long runs and having them and feeling good. And I can't authentically speak to that right now because I'm not running far enough. And I know if I was, I'd be using it, and if I was still training for Javelina, that would be what I'd be using, regardless of whether they were a sponsor of mine or not. I absolutely love their products, but I can't take their gels and use their support of me through the planner and through access to their team who are doing a case study on me without actually running. And I can put a link in the show notes if you have been thinking about trying their gels. It really is an amazing product, and you can also support me by trusting me with that to get yourself some. So I'll put a link in the show notes. Sorry, where are we at? 3 minutes till the 30-minute group is going to peel off, and the rest of us, we're going to just do whatever it ends up being for me. So I apologize, it's going to be random. I'm guessing it's probably going to be about 50-ish minutes, 51, 52, somewhere around there. So you're just going to join me for that, and we'll see where we end up. So that's how I am. I think that might be one of the shorter how am I really. I think normally that takes me well into the strides. So on that note, I will not be doing the strides. Not there yet. But you, if you're in the 30-minute group, can come to a walk at 30 minutes. About 30 seconds later, I'll tell you when to start strides. The strides will be 2 of them, and you'll just be doing 10 to 15 seconds, about 80% of your max. Take a little walk break or a jog break if you're in the 6 mile for me group, and then we will do one more, and then 30-minute group, you can be on your way. Alright, what was I going to say on that note? Oh, on that note, while you may be thinking, her losing fitness pace is still 51 minutes for 6 miles, and God, that makes me feel so slow. I want you to remind yourself, running is relative. The pace we run on our everyday runs really not only doesn't matter, but isn't really a good indicator of anything. You could have so many variables that go into why you are running the pace you are running, and very few of them are to do with fitness. So don't put too much into that. Don't overthink what I'm saying for me is losing fitness, because remember, we all start from a different starting point, and my body has had 20 years of training. So keep keep that in mind. All right, I'm not going to start anything else. In 10 seconds, 30-minute group, you will come to a walk. Give you about 30 seconds, and then we will do our stride, or you'll do your strides. I'll be your cheerleader. And then we'll go on to the next section of our run and check in with the others. I'm trying to remember, did I do a together, you should be walking right now, 30-minute group. Did I do a together walk last time, or was it a run? I feel like it might have been a walk. Can't remember. Okay, we're ready to do a stride. In 3, 2, and 1. Off you go. Come to a jog or a walk. Take another 30 seconds. We do one more. As always, remember, you're not trying to take big steps. You're actually trying to increase your cadence. Take more steps so that you can move faster, shake the rust off, build power, speed. It's just good for us. Okay, ready? You're going to do another one? In 3, 2, and 1. Off you go. And come to a jog or a walk. 30-minute group. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could leave a review of Becoming a Sustainable Runner on iTunes. Wait, I know I'm throwing that out of nowhere, but I'm not on iTunes. So I'm used to saying that with the podcast. On Amazon. That's a massive help. We don't have that many reviews right now, and I really would love my community to help us step it up. Because as we know, reviews mean everything to us nowadays. We really pay attention to them. So if you have just 2 minutes, you could leave a review. I'd really appreciate that. And also, as I said, there's links to Precision in there. And something else. Oh, 2 before. If you want to support me those ways as well. Thank you so much. All right. For the rest of us, we're going to keep on going. It's funny, I find myself with these runs, running in the middle of the day a lot. And it's something before I was desperately avoiding. And I don't mind it with it a shorter run, instead of minimum of an hour 5, an hour 10. It just feels so much longer to me, that extra half an hour. So it's actually kind of nice in some ways to not have that pressure to get out the door quick in the morning. All right. Okay. Next, I want to ask you, what have you been up to since we last ran together, whenever that was for you and I? If you're a first time together runner, what would you be telling me about yourself if we were running together? Really love to know. And I hope you'll share it with me. Many of you do send me or say to me when you see me in person how much you enjoy the together runs, and I'd really love to see that, more of that. Okay, you ready? So, what have you been up to? How are things going? What's been going on in your world? Go ahead and tell me that now. you got distracted, gently bring yourself back. A few more seconds. Okay, thank you for sharing. And again, if you take a picture of yourself at the end and share it with me, I'd love to hear what you've been up to, or what's been going on in your world, or why things have been tough lately. And it makes sense because this has been going on for you. Maybe you'll share that with me. Okay, my turn. What has been going on? What are my updates? Well, I mentioned to you, oh my god, how are they taking so long with this sidewalk? It's been like this for like 2 weeks. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, let me just get on a different road so I'm not running on uneven surfaces. Well, coming into busy season now. Got Chicago coming up this week, followed by Toronto the following weekend. I've never been to Canada, so I'm kind of excited about that, and to work with the sustainability team there. All of this, what I'm doing is just helping the running community to really buy in to the initiatives that these races are doing, because if you buy in and the rest of the running community buys in and does what these initiatives, participates in these initiatives, then the races will designate more money and more trust into those teams to make big changes, bigger changes, like bibs, like cups, like the footprint of the race as a whole. And so, while there is definitely for me the guilt I have to keep wrestling with of traveling to these locations, I know what I'm doing is for the greater good of the community. And you know that too, right? You know we have to buy in. You've seen we're just not very good at paying attention to things. And so I know my role is important. So just prepping to go into that, Toronto, New York, California International. I'm obviously not able to do any of these marathons anymore. I'm going to do hopefully halfway with Kaylee in New York, Kaylee Williamson. Remember my wonderful friend who had Down syndrome, who I ran Boston with. So I'm going to hopefully be able to do half with her. But again, we'll see how my Achilles is. So I'm excited to head into that season. Also, I feel a bit torn with, just time away from my family, the extra pressure I'm putting on Steve. But I do believe in these opportunities and I'm excited for them. I'm working very hard behind the scenes for the World Championship in San Diego to try and really see what I can do sustainability-wise, which is another reason I need your buy-in, because I need to prove that it's worth doing. And so that's what I've been spending time doing, again, with my parents, been with them, and just trying to be with the girls as much as I can, just appreciating the time while they're so young, and I know they're growing up fast. else? What else have I been doing? Oh, well, as I said to you before, I'm on the board of Running USA. So we've been doing some major stuff there, which has been a lot, but also meaningful. And yeah, not much running. So I can't really say that I've been training too much, but in some ways it's actually been quite nice to just have a bit of downtime and not be so busy squeezing. I mean, that's not true. I am busy squeezing, but like having the more rest physically for a change. What else? God, I feel like I have nothing to report, even though I haven't been doing many of these lately. Okay, so I was in New York for Climate Week. I think I updated on Climate Week. I think that was the last one I did, but it was amazing. Really got to be surrounded by people who are as passionate as me. Oh, did you see the video that New York Road Runners made? It's on my Instagram, it's on their Facebook page, it's on, I think they have it on TikTok, they have it everywhere. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out, because they did a really good job with it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, right. So I got 1 mile to go, just under. So that gives you a bit of insight here. We are going to do our strides before I finish. So I'll let you know probably in about 5 minutes. We're going to do that. But for now, let's go ahead and take a deep breath. As deep as you can. And another one. I guess that's the other thing I haven't really mentioned is book. As I said with reviews, we really haven't got that many. And I'm finding that honestly quite hard to comprehend. And I get it. I totally get it. Like, friends have asked me for stuff like that. And you're like, oh yeah, I'll do that when I get a chance. And you don't. Or you forget, and then it's a bad time, and then you're not logged in, and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I've been there too, so I get it, but it's been a little bit frustrating because I just feel like I'm nagging. But I know that is gonna, really show the world beyond my own community that this book is worth reading. So, yeah. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and do a body scan. So I feel like I'm just talking now, which is what I always do, as you know, but I want you to do it at your own pace, to trust yourself, follow your attention, your awareness. But go ahead and do a body scan at your own pace. Let's do that now. Few more seconds. Okay, let me get across this road. Surprisingly, can. All right, friends. Let's give about another minute or so. We'll do our strides. how's your body feeling compared to at the beginning? Or maybe not compared to, but just how's it feeling now? For me, yeah, that's pretty similar. Just feel like I'm not really fluid right now. Just feel a bit choppy with my running, not smooth. So everything just feels a bit off in that way. But physically, otherwise, I feel fine. I know what the temperature is here right now. It's got to be like at least 80. I saw this morning that they cancelled the Twin Cities Marathon because of heat. And I think that's something we're going to be seeing more regularly, especially in these locations that are typically viewed as cooler running weather, having unprecedented heat. But yeah, another reminder of you need to speak up now, and I need you as an individual, your voice in your unique way. And if you're not sure where to start, that's where Zoe and I speak to that in the book. As you now know, 1/3 of the book is about environmental, the other 2/3 are about you as an individual and your community, like leveling up your running. But that for last third is going to give you ways to get involved and why you matter and how to find what areas are passionate to you. And if you have already read it and you're still like, I still don't know, what parts of the book really spoke to you and stood out to you and was your attention held at or jumped out? That's your passion area. The bits that you were most interested in, that's where your energy lies. For me, that's waste. Like conversations around waste are where I really feel like I have the most desire to make change and do something. But for you, there's going to be a different area, maybe the same. But if it's the same, you've got different skills and personality traits that are going to make it different for you. All right, let's go ahead and do our strides. Are you ready? You're going to jog in between. 3, 2, and 1. Off you go. Come to a jog. Give you another 45 seconds. We'll do one more. And then I think we might be about done, friends. So we're going to check in with Anitra. If you want to stop with me and then go again to make yours more even for you, that's okay. But I'd love if you take a picture with me when you're done before you restart again. Okay, ready to do another stride?
Oh wait, yes I have.
And 3, 2, and 1. Off you go. Come to a jog. A few more seconds, and we are going to be done. Or I am going to be done. And I'd love if you would take a pause with me, even if you're going to keep going. Okay, 6 miles. Whew. All right, find yourself some element of nature, even if you didn't stop to touch. I'm going to touch another leaf here. Just ground yourself. You can't see any nature. Just feel your feet on the floor. Remind yourself you're connected to this earth even if you are not currently touching anything natural. Alright friends, let's take a picture. I'm going to take one too. You do the same. Get your pic camera out. I know, I don't want to, I'll do it later, but do it now. And show me the photo. I'm going to take one right now. Okay, ready? Okay, I did mine. Did you do yours? Hope so. Please share it with me. Check out the links in the show notes for all that we talked about today. Appreciate your reviews. Appreciate your support. And I'll see you hopefully next Monday. I'll have another one for you. See you then.